Hello, and welcome back to another level.
Yeah, you certainly introed there.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Shelf. A topical release this time. Solo Leveling, Volume 5.
I don't know how topical this will be when this comes out.
True.
But there's an anime coming.
Yeah, we kind of shoved this backwards in the schedule to get it closer to the anime announcement because holy fucking shit, Solo Leveling's getting an anime in 2023, and the person doing the music is Sawano, and it's gonna be great, and I'm so excited, and if they fuck with my Goto Ryuji and his assholeness, I will fight. I will physically go to Japan and fight! Yeah, Nick Nack still doesn't know that reference.
No.
Because he has not gotten to Goto Ryuji yet. Speaking of things that we have gotten to, so Solo Leveling, Volume 5, literally, this arrived at my house like a week and a half ago. Maybe 2 weeks, max, right? So this is, technically, it is topical to when this volume did release when we're filming this, but it's going to be, a month or so post, month and a half-ish. So this is the newest volume out, which means it's going to be a bit of a wait for the next one. Just a little. And this covers the Hunter's Guild dungeon and a little bit of heading back to the Demon Castle. And we get our first look at what could be anthropomorphized ant boy. And some fun character building stuff from Sung Jin Woo, who's just like, I always wondered if monsters feel fear, but now I know for sure. This is also his reevaluation arc. So over the course of this, he joins in on a couple of dungeons as a farmer, right? If not a farmer, as a harvester, basically. He goes along to collect shit after the raid team is over because he wants to see what an A rank dungeon might be like. And while he's getting reevaluated, because he's got that 3-day gap between his evaluation, which the association does so that they can be like, hey, you want to come work for us and not upset the balance of power in the South Korean government? Which, smart. We love Go Gun-hee, good chairman. Love him. We love Woo Jin-chul.
Of course
love
he doesn't
the monitor.
do that.
I mean, no. But he also doesn't join one of the other guilds and upset the balance of power between them, right? Because he would. He would absolutely upset the balance of power because he's so powerful and it's so important to have more S ranks. Especially after they lost one to America, which we found out about in the last volume. So he goes on one A-rank dungeon, and they're like, you are born for this. You want to come back tomorrow where the B team is going to do another one? And he's like, yeah, sure, I could do that. Then they go into this other A-rank dungeon, which supposedly the B team is supposed to be.
Well, he goes in there as not as a fighter. He goes in there porter. Still saying he's an E rank, and
yeah, well, because he is still technically an E rank, and he goes in as a porter.
Yeah.
And then it's not a red gate, but they can't get back out, and then shit goes wrong, and then he's like, Mr. Raid Leader, I can help you, but I won't do it unless you say so because it's rude. And the Raid Leader's like, save us, and my man goes to town. And it's actually a really fun battle because he actually runs out of mana. He's low-key fuck, I'm gonna have to actually put some effort in, this is Deadpool maximum effort moment. So I loved this volume. I love where it leaves off with a peek at both the Demon Castle arc and the ants coming in.
So this is probably my favorite volume so far. And I think I'm coming to find that I've said this, but I don't really care for the main character right now. He's just kind of there. He feels more like a prop for the world. What's more fun for me is seeing people's reactions to him. And we get a lot of that this volume.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite reactions, we were talking about this before when we were recording some other stuff, was so he met Yoon Baek-ho, the leader of the White Tiger Guild, back when he helped with their Red Gate. And at the time, Yoon Baek-ho was like, holy fucking shit, this dude's strong, right? And then Yoon Baek-ho has tiger sort of animal related abilities, so he has animalistic kind of senses and that sort of thing, and he meets Sung Jin Woo again when he displays his power for the reevaluation, and he's just this man has gotten stronger since the last time I saw him. He's actually genuinely the first person in this series to guess that Sung Jin Woo might be able to level up. He says it. He's like, is he increasing his power level? she's not just stagnating and like bumped up. He is increasing actively, and it's so funny to see that in comparison to the other guild leader who hasn't met Sung Jinwoo before now and is just like, oh look, a strong asset to my guild. And Baiko's like, no, you do not fuck with that dude. You leave him the fuck alone. And Go Gun Hee, who's just like, the fight. If I was 10 years younger, I would join you in these dungeons. I love Chairman. He's like hella fucking chill. Like, Chairman is low-key the most chill character in this entire fucking series. And he just like radiates like power and presence. And that's how he maintains like the balance that's currently being maintained, which is pretty fucking awesome.
My favorite character arc so far is Daddy Issues.
Yu Jin Ho goes through a lot. This boy...
You can't inherit the guild, but Dad...
You can inherit the guild.
I don't wanna.
Leave me alone.
Disowned.
You're disinherited. Like, my man going through all of the life stages very quickly. And he's just like, big brother, can I live with you?
No. Didn't he actively say no?
Yeah, he did actually, like, turn him down. He's like, no, you are not allowed to move in with me. Like, what the fuck?
I don't think they ever go back on that either.
No, I don't think so.
So that my man's just homeless now.
Yeah, he is for now. Yeah, he literally says, yeah, boss, motels are pretty cool these days. And then he's like, you'll only be there until I get office space for the guild. Man gonna sleep in the office. Like, my man dead ass about to sleep in the fucking office. Honestly, I will say, at the end of this book, the foreshadowing for future arcs is legitimately top tier.
But you could tell things are starting to bubble to a point in the world right now.
And you know what's interesting is I was looking at the story arcs in regards to which chapters they cover in the webtoon. And so this is... So, the Jeju Island arc, right, which we're hinting at with the ants. And I won't say more about the topic of it, but the Jeju arc covers episodes like 90 to 107. And it's only out of 179 total episodes in the webtoon. So we are at the point... We are basically pretty much halfway through.
I have to say, based off how things have been going, I feel like that arc is going to be the climax of the first anime season.
I would genuinely hope so. I don't know how long the whole... Like, are they going to do a 12 episode? Or are they going to do a 2-core 24 episode? Because I feel like trying to get to Jeju Island in 12 episodes is too much. But Jeju Island would be a good cap of a 2-core season. With maybe the Red Gate capping the first 12.
Maybe, but there's so little that happens, it feels like, in like up to the Red Gate. It's just kind of build up that for not much going on.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know what I could see? I could see this capping the first core. Like, what happens in this volume with the foreshadowing to Jeju, capping a first core. But I think Jeju has a lot going on with it, and I think it needs a little bit more than could be given to it in 12 episodes. If you were including it with everything that's already happened. So I would like to see this capping the first 12, and then the second 12 capping at the end of Jeju, like just post Jeju. That would be nice for me. Also, once again, you'd get about halfway through the source material, so, you know, you'd be looking at an anime that's at most
You also wouldn't be quite getting to the parts where Japan gets pissy over.
Exactly. If you just get up to here in the first core, you don't cover the pissy Japanese bits, which I have commentary on this, right? This series does not actually just like portray Japan as like the end-all be-all of everything bad in the world. People are just getting fucking pissed off that like a bunch of Japanese fans are just getting pissed off that like the Japanese aren't the saviors of the known universe. Fuck off. They're not even portrayed that badly. I mean, there's a few bad apples, but
we've had some bad apples on the American side.
Exactly. Like, Thomas Andre and Lu Zhigang are literally awesome, and I cannot wait to see them.
I don't know. I haven't actually read that part, so maybe it is as bad as the Japanese are saying.
I mean, I personally don't think it is. I actually don't think it's all that terror. I mean, I think it does paint the characters we meet from Japan in a bad light, but we also see such a small cross-section of Japan, and then later on it's kind of improved, so I'm not gonna lie. I think people are just belly aching. Speaking as someone whose country is continuously shit on in anime, Boku no Hero.
Boku no Hero never shits on American anime.
I don't know. All Might's pretty fucking...
It's like... I don't think it shits on America as much as it's like probably the most stereotyped of America you could possibly get.
Yeah, that's true.
It's stereotyped in the good way, and the like, we're gonna overplay this. There's like, when I'm thinking of like negative stereotypes of America, I'm actually coming closer, even though America's not named America in that anime, I'm thinking Code Geass here.
That was the other thing that was in my head, yeah. I don't think it's so bad. I genuinely think people are belly aching over something that's really going to be not that terrible. Plus, Japan has been shown like in bad lights before in Japanese, because this would be specifically showing the Japanese government in a bad light, and the Japanese government has been shown in a bad light several times before. Like, it is not that fucking.
I have
major.
to think it's a vocal minority. It's probably not even the fan base in Japan. It's probably just people that caught wind of it in Japan, because I know Japan has a nationalist thing going on.
I think that the other worst part of it is there's actually a translation of this, like the webtoon, where they rename the character with a Japanese name and they make him Japanese and they change a bunch of shit. And I've seen a chapter or two of that posted somewhere online, and it's just a bunch of unnecessary changes that trivialize the story, really. So, don't read that one. I mean, read the real one. It's much better. But yeah, no, Volume 5 was fucking fire. I literally cannot wait for Volume 6. I think Volume 6 in the novel is arriving soon for me.
But I imagine they're on different pacings.
Actually, I think they're relatively similar from
really?
What I saw online. Like, the chapters are numbered differently. There's more chapters in the web novel. But I already know that the web novel, at least the web novel when released in Korea, is 13 volumes and a side story. And it's a little bit longer. And with book 5 taking us right up to about halfway, I'd say that the web novel will probably end within, I'd say, 10 to 13 volumes. So it'd be about the same pace. Because the chapters take up less space, even though there's more of them, because it's not artwork, it's just the writing. It takes up less space.
I gotta wonder with the web novel, how it differs in terms of the experience.
I have read both. It is interesting. I did not read the web novel until after I had started the webtoon, but the web novel was done long before the webtoon was. So when I got to chapter, I think I got to like Jeju Island, right, like about where we are here, and then I had caught up to the currently releasing chapters. And so what I went and I read the rest of it in the web novel version while I waited for the chapters to come out in the webtoon.
I gotta think the web novel probably has better characterization of the main character, but the fight scenes probably aren't as gripping.
That's the vibe I got. It really helped me reading the web novel that I was able to visualize based on what I'd read of the webtoon. But the webtoon, I think my opinion of it has benefited from reading the web novel. It's an interesting circle. One benefits the other intrinsically, and honestly, I'm really hoping that the anime will represent the best of both. I know I am putting an insane amount of hope in this fucking anime, with this music producer, with a studio that has done amazing things before. I am going to be absolutely shattered if it comes out badly.
The worst case scenario, the music producer is really good, so you're going to get a good soundtrack to listen to while you flip through the webtoon.
Genuinely.
Just flip through the webtoon, really tired, and maybe it'll seem kind of animated to you.
Yeah, I'm just so excited. If anyone is... I know that sometimes when we're doing repeated volumes over a long period of time, unless you're actually keeping up with whatever it is that we're reading, you guys aren't really watching these. But if you are watching this at this point, and you have opinions on, like, the anime or, like, what's coming up or whatever, like, obviously, label if you have spoilers in the comments, but, like, I kind of want to hear your opinion on, like, the anime and stuff like that. And, like, are you looking forward to Jeju? Because I am. But I guess with that being said, that's about all we have to say for today, I think.
Yeah,
I'm good.
More or less.
I'm good. Look forward to more of T.H.E character on the cover. This is not a romance story. This will not become a romance story at any point. But look forward to more of that character. All right. See you next time. Like, comment, subscribe.
Bye.